Hey, what's up guys? Today we got Boruto episode 92 review, and I'm just glad the Mitsuki arc is ending today because it's been dragging on for a bit. And with this episode, it had a good ending to it. So, like I said, that's a really good thing. This episode was pretty good. It ended off with lots of good emotion in it, and also a tidbit of like mystery inside of it. So it put me into question, like what the heck happened to that weird scientist back inside the Iwagakure. I want to know what happened to him, but I just want to get off with the first part of the episode. So we see, they're inside the train. They're being sent back to Leaf Village, and they're talking about Mitsuki got separated inside a separate car because he's being guarded, because Mitsuki was basically considered a traitor, so he was separated inside another car, and Boruto and Sadara inside theirs chilling with Chocho and everyone. And also, with that being said, Inojin, he was going back into his memories with Akun and all that, so I think that was a good flashback. We saw his little burial site and all that, so so that was just a little flashback for him. But yeah, there's just a lot of other people and things that has died inside this arc. It's actually pretty insane. So we had like Kikuyo, Kirawa, Onoki, Akun, if you want to add that in, and just many others. But the main one of this arc is Onoki. So with this being said, with Onoki dying, like I said, I knew he was gonna die inside this arc somehow because I didn't really see him lasting any longer. I think they killed him off pretty decently in my opinion, with them doing that. So I was right about last week. So with him being sick inside the beginning of his arc, as we already known, he already had like some sort of terminal illness or something like that. So when he did that final particle style, that was pretty much all he could exert. So he exerted all of his chakra, I'm assuming. And that's pretty much what killed him, I guess. This arc has had a lot of deaths inside of it. So this arc is most definitely canon. So I don't really want to hear anyone say this arc is filler and all that, because this arc is most definitely canon. For sure. Because you're having major deaths like Onoki, and including that scientist. That scientist, he was kind of like, I guess, a side character, so he's not really a major death, but he did die in this arc too. Well, supposedly died. But like I said, with that scientist, it's kind of mysterious because with Orochimaru, he basically said that when he died, supposedly his body was missing when they were investigating for it, which is kind of weird. So what I'm thinking with Kara, they probably retrieved his body. So Jigen probably told Kachi and Koji to go retrieve that scientist's body, and probably Armando is probably gonna put some sort of scientific ninja tools in it. Maybe, I don't know. This is probably just putting a thought out there. And they're probably gonna use him somehow, or I don't know. It's just kind of mysterious. When Orochimaru was talking about it, it just put me into question, like what the heck happened. But yeah, that's pretty much my small theory about that. You guys can probably tell me what you guys think about that, because like I said, it's kind of mysterious in my opinion. But yeah, let's move on. So I'm just gonna randomize a tidbit. I'm gonna go back to Sadara and Boruto. So they're talking on the train and said they couldn't attend Onoki's funeral, which, like I said, Naruto is gonna stay back so they can attend it. And then later on, we get to see inside the funeral that, Onoki's already buried inside his graveyard and all that. And, they're attending the funeral, and Kurosuchi and everyone, they're getting all emotional. Daru is saying, like, I can't believe he's dead. Like, he's actually dead. I'm actually surprised that our original Naruto character would die this early in Boruto already. So, like I said, that's pretty surprising to me in my opinion. But yeah, we see like Kurosuchi, Akutsuki, Seki, everyone else is like, they're all getting emotional, like I said, and all that. So that's actually, I found that part really emotional. Yeah, me and my feels on that part. And then when later on we get to see Boruto gets really emotional. Like when they were talking, Boruto ran up to the lake and he just took the rock out because he remembered Onoki. talking about his will and all that, and talking about the rock to Mitsuki that, because Mitsuki is trying to like lead the village or something like that, or potentially. And he was telling that, you know, the rock has many sides to it. Basically, your will can have like dual purposes and all that. So as he was talking to him about that, I think he ran up to the lake or something, and he started bursting out crying because he was thinking about Onoki, which that part was actually really good. I actually really liked the dynamic of the emotions of actually seeing Boruto burst out crying like that. It kind of reminded me when with Naruto, when Jiraiya died. He was holding like the popsicle because he was remembering Jiraiya used to share a popsicle with Naruto, and for him to have a popsicle by himself, it started making him cry. So with Boruto, it's pretty much kind of like in the same context. When he saw that rock, he started to cry because he remembered Onoki was teaching him about that. I'm gonna go back with Boruto and Sadara. They got inside the beginning of the episode, they got their Genin rank stripped away from them, because they went rogue and went after Mitsuki, which I was actually like kind of baffled. I said, wait, they're gonna get their Genin rank stripped away for this? But it only makes sense because they did it out of their own will and did not go off orders. So I mean, it would make sense. But later on, we get to see Kurosuchi. She comes in. With Kurosuchi, she came into like Naruto and Shikamaru and them. She was basically talking that if Sadara and Boruto, Mitsuki and all that were not there, who knows what could happen to the Iwagakure. So with that being said, she was saying like, I hope to see him next time because they're a fine shinobi or something like that. She was saying. She kept on like insinuating like, hey, give them back their Genin rank. They definitely should earn that back. And then after that, once she left, Naruto was talking to, I think, Shikamaru or something like that. She was saying like, man, she always has like a way of words. It was something like that he was saying. Afterwards, they got back their Genin rank, which I was actually glad about. It's like, man, they definitely don't deserve this. They were just trying to help out Mitsuki, so I'm glad they got back their Genin rank. So, you know, New Team 7 is back in action, which is really great. So I'm glad to see that they're back together again. And even when Mitsuki was talking to Boruto and them, Mitsuki was like, well, I guess everything's gonna, you know, turn back to, you know, the way it used to be. But Boruto corrected him and said, no, our bonds are strong this time. So like I said, that's actually a really good thing. So I'm glad to see that they're back together, stronger than ever. So, but I want to get to the next part. Once Boruto came in and Sadara came in and all that, I actually really love those moments. Those moments are actually really good emotional moments. Like Sakura, she came in, she looked really disappointed, but then she just gave Sadara just a big old hug, and you know, Sadara's voice is crackling and all that. It was just a really good emotional moment, including with when Boruto came home. He saw Hima. Hima was like hugging him and all that, welcoming him back home. Hinata came in. She just straight up hugged him. Like I said, I thought those moments were just really great moments in the episode. So the last part of the episode I wanted to get to is with Goraga and Boruto. Once Boruto fell asleep, he went to like, I guess his conscience or spirit. I don't really know what to call that part. But anyways, you know, they were talking, and you know, Goraga is parting ways with Boruto because he said the contract is up. With that being said, you know, they were talking about friendships. There are some friends that are foolish to stick by to the end. You know, he was basically insinuating that, you know, Mitsuki and Boruto, they're still sticking together. Even through all those hardships that they went through, they still stuck together and pulled through. And with Goraga, he kind of like flashed back to, you know, his original summoner in that moment. So it probably just, you know, it just brought back some memories for him. But they parted afterwards and all that, and then, you know, Boruto woke up and Sadara, I forgot, she was talking to him about Mitsuki and all that, but we already talked about that previously. I'm not going to go over that again. But yeah, that's pretty much all to talk about today. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new, like this video to support your boy. But it's been your boy D about Boa. I'm out.